Hello YouTube frogs. Everything ready? Alright, let's talk about Fenrir. I mean, we talked about her when she was in the warehouse already, but we can start again. Fenrir, alright, shatter unit, 13.5 shatter, 10.5 charge, alright. She's actually good at shatter, or she should be. We'll go test later. Attack crit, so good weapon, alright, no resistance. And then the unique thing about her, besides Vault Resonance, she has elemental balancing. Right, 3 different element weapons, you get 15% attack, which is the same as Vault Resonance at 15. On CN, Vault Resonance is 20. CN elemental balancing is 15. So this is unchanged from CN. Very good, very good. Right, Rainbow might be better on global. We'll find out. We talk about stars later. Look at her basic attacks. Ground combo, just your standard stuff. Right, good ratios, slightly nerfed from CN. Aerials do more damage, unlike Umi. Aerials do damage, more damage than ground. Wolf bite, attack, hold. This is the wolf bite. This charge looking thing. I don't know why you would ever do this, but it's there. Like I pretty much just ignore everything in normal attacks, right? Menacing hunt. This has this is a jump thing at the end, right? You do a combo and hold. Where is it? 2, 3, 4, 5. This thing, right? This jump thing. I don't know why you would ever do this either. Very copium stuff, right? There is iframes, but it's super hard to trigger. You would probably ignore this. Thick and fast. This is a plunge attack thing, right? Has iframes. If you keep holding, you can do a roar, terrifying roar. That also has iframes, right? Apparently this does good damage, right? Multipliers are pretty good. 10 seconds of that is 2.4 mil damage. Is there a jetpack? Probably jetpackable. This is some really good damage actually. But why would you ever do this? I don't see why you would ever bother with doing any of this. Maybe this does good ratios. We'll test, right? Maybe if you pulled for Fenrir and you didn't get the 1-star, the normal attack stuff is relevant. But if you have 1-star, not relevant. Only thing relevant for 1-star for in normal attack session is a reverberation. There's a note stacking passive. And the trailing note stuff. You use that to pop notes, right? So if I get some notes on, right, there's 5 notes. This will detonate the notes and pop in and do extra damage. That's the only thing that kind of is relevant, because you want to use trailing note against Abyss, or what are they called? Stalkers? The stalkers that don't let you do dash attacks, right? The only way to pop your notes then and reset your A1 skill is to use trailing note. This is the only thing that really matters. This is the only skill that matters in your basic attack combo. Everything else, you don't really bother. And the reverberation, this is the note thing. Alright, every hit from your normal attack, 50% chance to place a musical note, stacks up to 5 times. Probably ignore this because you're pretty much never gonna basic attack unless you mess up and you pop your notes under 3 stacks. And then wolf bite, menacing hunt, thick and fast, all these guaranteed 1 musical note. Trailing note and melody will detonate them, right? You want to detonate at more than 3. All right, melody is your dodge attack. This is the one you want to spam, right? After detonating 2 or more, right? You want to detonate at 3 or more because of the A1 passive. If you don't get A1 on Fenrir, you should just not pull for her at all. A1 is so important for her, right? But we still test her without A1 and see how we even play. And that's about it. Skill, Su-Paw-Star. Right, summons a consciousness or a clone, and you'll deal damage to the clone, and it'll get completely transferred over. Right, there's other stuff over here. Just read. Right, reduce damage, ignore defense. Right, your damage is 100% transferred over to the main target, but then the moment it dies, so the moment if you kill the consciousness, you no longer do increased damage. So it kind of scales off of your HP, because the consciousness is where is it? 30 times your player's HP, right? So Tian would help this. Getting Tian stacks to 8 and giving you a lot of HP will make sure that the consciousness also has a lot of HP, so you don't kill it immediately and you lose your damage buff. And yeah, just read the rest of this stuff. And then when it goes away, when the consciousness goes away, it'll pop and do extra damage. Press skill, summon a consciousness, right? The damage you do to this thing will also transfer to your actual target, and then when it dies, it does an AoE damage. That's about it. But yeah, but if you don't have A1, you don't get the extra skill, which is what matters. to Fenrir the most. And then finally Discharge is just Discharge. It just does damage. The key thing about Discharge is it does place 3 notes on your target. So you want to use Fenrir Discharge as much as possible. And like don't try not to cancel, because these 3 notes are actually pretty important. And then there's iframes on the Discharge. It does take a while to do it, but there are iframes here. No iframe on skill, by the way. Alright, let's do a 0-star rotation. I don't even know how to do a 0-star rotation. Her dodge is kind of unique. Right? She places a musical note on the target every time you dodge. This is kind of important, because dodge, you place 1, and then the dash attack would pop it. The dash attack is the one that pops notes. So this is guaranteed a note pop every time you do a dash attack. And then the 1-star will also put 2, right? The last hit places 2. So every time you do the 1-star combo, you do a skill that puts 2 there, you do a dodge that puts the 3rd one, and then you pop all 3 to reset your cooldown right here. Without the 1-star, you have to do very copium shit. You have to do like plunge attacks or whatever the fuck to stack notes. Alright, so let's see. How do we do this? This rotation, Fenrir over here. Lin is on Fenrir. Tian is on Tian. You always start with Lin, pretty much. Start without charges. We use Fenrir trait for consistency, because we're going to test Rainbow later, because it does give Rainbow a better buff. Alright, we give her toys for 1,000. We use her trait. Right. This Lin stack is not optimal, and we have 2 Tian dash charge points. That doesn't really matter. It's a negligible difference. Alright, let's just send. This copium shit did almost 90 mil. Wait, actually, let's see. Let's test whichever rotation, basic attack rotation, does more damage. So we're just gonna auto attack for 10 seconds. 1.6 mil. We do the plunge attack stuff. We don't do the roar. We jump cancel the roar. That's like almost 2 mil. We're not popping it yet. We just want to see which is better. And then now we do the roar. That's actually a lot better. That's way more damage, actually. Is this actually better? 2 hits, do this, jump. Right, we try the roar plus dash attack instead of the aerials. I kind of scuffed it, but I ended up doing like 3.2. So maybe aerial combo plus ground pound roar is actually better? But yeah, we do one more test and then I think it's over. Alright, don't bother with A0. A0 is way too copium. Pull A0 for trait if you want to go rainbow, sure. Pull A0 for PvP, sure. Alright, we do a full rotation with the A0 combo thing. Let's see our maximum damage at A0. I fucked up some rotations in there. Good enough, right? I'm gonna just say baseline is 90. Right, now we go A1. Now we go A1. A1 is what really matters here, right? A1, when you use Fenrir's skill, you summon a consciousness, and then when it's on cooldown, you gain Aural Fever skill. You get another skill after A1, right? This rushes to the target, so this is a gap closer too. You can go. If you tap target, you can go pretty far with this, right? And you attack a shit ton of times. You do 720% attack. It slows the enemy. This is pretty negligible slow, and it heals you based on the damage you do. The last few hits, the last hit adds two musical notes. So then you can do a dash to get another note, and then you pop 3, right? Because when you detonate 3 or more, the cooldown of this will reset, right? It clears the cooldown, but it's only once every 15 seconds. So now if you get A1, all right, let's get A1. This is a completely new weapon, all right? You forget about A0. All your A0 bullshit don't matter anymore. All you really do here now is zone, do this, spam 1, do the skill. Make sure you get the last hit on, do another one. And then you just, because you're in Lin zone, you just spam this shit. If you can't spam, then you do some basic attacks. It's kind of copium. And then your cooldown will go back before your cooldown comes back before you do your skill thing. So you have time to do a few more, and then you can do this again. And then when you're off cooldown, you do whatever. How much did I do? 106? Right? Maggie said like about 20-something% increase. Close enough. Close enough to her numbers. Here's my rotate. I scuffed the rotations a bit. This is A1. This is A1. But everything else is A6 max matrices. But here, like, you just do dodge attacks. If you don't have dodge attacks, then you do other stuff. Right? And then mid dodge attacks before your cooldown, before your oral fever skill cooldown is back. You can swap to Lin, swap to Tian, reapply buffs, come back. Make sure you do the second swipe combo reset before the skill comes back. If you do it correctly, basically you want to go back to Lin, right? The part of this rotation that you need to do is you go back to Lin and Tian, and then you want to discharge Fenrir when you come back. So let me try and do a better rotation maybe. I don't think you need to even finish this. Right? You wait for your bar to almost charge. You discharge with Tian. And then you charge with Lin, and then you can do another one over here. But the Lin zone didn't stack up. And then if you don't have dashes, then you do copium shit. It depends on how many dash resets you get. I fucked up rotation. It is what it is. Right? It's kind of RNG dependent if you have enough dash resets, but like the more dash resets you have, the more damage you do. I think consciousness is not dying, it's expiring. It lasts 15 seconds. I don't think global has enough damage to actually kill the consciousness so far. Tian on passive discharge depletes without dodges. Yes, that's a feature. Hold on, let me just show this thing right here. This is kind of important. Let's get the Tian passive. Right? I have 5 stacks now, right? Normally when you do a dash attack, you do a lightning strike, right? But then if you're on Fenrir, Fenrir's swipe skill will trigger this. Not the swipe skill, but then when you pop notes apparently. Like her skills counted as some sort of dodge attack. Her skills do trigger the Tian stuff. Right? This thing goes down. See that? The deal damage equal to 1%. This passive over here, the intoxication dot. This dot somehow is counted as a dodge attack. There we go, it's right here. It says right here, damage from musical note detonation and intoxication is considered as dash attack damage. There's HP scaling as well, but like it's the detonation and then this intoxication thing. This will trigger the Tian passive. So when you pop the notes it counts as a dodge attack, and then the bleed from the intoxication will also trigger Tian passive. So that's why Tian is the best support for Fenrir. No, you don't need to dodge attack with Tian ever. You're doing dodge attacks with Fenrir, right? Tian passive is you do dodge attack with any vault weapon. They all count. So Fenrir counts. Tian is just, you use Tian just to go on stage, press skill for the buff, and you go away. Discharge and skill boy. You don't even need to discharge, honestly. But like preferably you want to discharge Tian and not use Lin discharge. Lin is here for the dash reset. That's how it works, right? Final rotation test. What about the traits? You just want to stick to Fenrir trait. It's 18, it's 2% less, right? It's 2% less for compared to Samir, but like in content like Colton that deals AoE damage dot, or like in Void Abyss that deals damage just constantly, you can't stack Samir trait. So this is better overall in most content. It's always up, yeah. You want full coverage on Lin zone if you're at E1, if you're at 6-star Lin, but like most people don't have 6-star Lin. Yeah, it's about the same. 160. I'd say 120 max potential if I don't scuff rotations. Alright, let's test Rainbow. Rainbow, I mean, Saki, low investment. You don't even use Saki here, it doesn't matter. Right, this is the Rainbow comp. And then you want to put Tian over here. Does Claudia work if no Saki? No. Claudia, you can make Claudia work, kind of. It doesn't, it's not optimal. This rotation doesn't really matter. You just want to prioritize discharging with Fenrir. But if you can't make it, it doesn't matter. Because you have infinite skills, basically. You just open Lin. And then just send Saki skill. Like, if you don't have cooldowns on Fenrir, then you swap other weapons, spam their skills again. Prioritize stacking Lin zones, basically. A1 Fenrir, absolutely needed for anything. A0 is 2 cope. This is a vault build, right? People call this Rainbow, but this is a vault build. And you only need A1 Saki, A0 Lin, A1 Fenrir. So A1, A1, A0, this same rotation. It's exactly 5 skills, so you can perfectly reset at A1. Right, let's do the non-A6 Lin rotation. I'm just gonna assume I have one skill here. Right, and then you use Vault Gear here. So basically the rotation is dead simple. Just this. Right? It doesn't matter what skill you're on. You're infinitely spamming skills here. So that's a bit less, like 10 mil less, but like this, you don't have cooldown problems here. You have exactly enough skills. I fucked the rotations, but like you have exactly enough skills to proc Saki cooldown forever, and then you just spam all your skills. And then you have like very good shield break. I'd say you want to jump cancel both Lin and Saki discharge. Right? The only discharge you want to keep is Fenrir discharge. You prioritize spamming Lin You want to do like 3 Lin skills. If you want to reset Lin skill, or you want to reset Fenrir skill, don't bother resetting Saki because it does no damage, because you're on Vault gear. Like you don't even want Saki skill to finish. It does no damage. Right? You want to stay on Fenrir as long as possible. That's about on par, actually. That's about on par with the Tian build. This is way easier to play. You don't have to worry about any rotations, honestly. All right, plus you don't kill yourself. Yes, true. All right, we go to... Do we try Nemesis? We get the baseline Nemesis rotation. Nemesis should be a bit more copium. Oh yeah, also you have iframes. Maybe Rainbow is the way to go on global. Shit. Alright, let's do Nemesis comp now. How do you do Nemesis comp? Let's see. You want to have a discharge. You want to pre-stack Nemesis, I guess. Right, so this you would want to do zone this skill. I was gonna come back soon. This is kind of bad. That's like 90 mil. I don't think I can do any better than that, actually. We do Claudia Copium. How does Claudia Copium work? You still want to use Tian matrices here. Alright, let's just try optimal rotation. We want to have 2 full bars. Surely this is realistic. Alright, we do the full thing. So skill. It's kind of bad. Cause you don't have dash attack resets anymore. Maybe better than Nemesis? Probably the same. I scuffed both rotations, about the same. Honestly, this works. I didn't think this would work, but like, sure, this works. Consistent skill issue, so it's valid comparison, right? Yeah, I think it's valid. We keep it like this. That's good enough. Anything else we want to test? Triple vault. Triple vault Fenrir trait needs to go off. This would be Tian trait then. And then we bench Lin matrices. So in a scenario like this, you want to just Nemesis on Nemesis, Tian on Tian. And then no Lin matrices anymore because you don't have Lin. Triple vault, Fenrir trait does nothing in triple vault. Triple vault, Fenrir trait does nothing. You can do Crow Samir on Fenrir, yes. I mean, this is maxed out whale stuff. So that's why I'm running 4-piece Fenrir here. Right? And then Crow doesn't work on Cactus either. Crow matrices, so. We do a bit of cheating. We pre-stack Tian. Right. We send. Tian skill. We give this comp a bit more advantage. Let's see how it does. Actually, it's not bad. 100 mil? This is 100 mil. It's actually better than the Lin build. Yes, with the clone, it's only Fenrir weapon that can damage it. This is actually not bad. Global is very balanced, right? Imagine doing this and it's only 10 mil difference between like all these weapons, right? With Claudia, triple vault without it, it's about the same. We bench Nemesis for Crow, we tested this. Like one missed skill, it's about the same now after. Like global, very balanced. All these weapons are viable. Let's try standard shit now, alright? Let's try Copium standard stuff. Crow. Level 120. Slightly less stats over here. It doesn't really matter. If we're using Crow, then we have to Samir. We do Samir, Tsubasa. Not Tsubasa, Shiro. And then we put Fenrir over here. Because Nemesis Matrix, you don't do shit anymore. We start with Tian still. And we do a bit of cheating. Crow has a buff at 6-star. And then we did cheating. We did start with stacks, alright? We did a bit of cheating last run. So like it's even closer than to the Claudia builds. Right, so you want to start like this. I missed the dash. I missed the skill. That was my bad. I missed another skill. Maybe add like 10 mil. But yeah, Crow seems very viable. Might be actually better. This is about 100. This is about 100. If I didn't miss my rotation there. Alright, Crow's usable. Crow also usable. Right, the 20% 6-star buff is huge. right? Crow also relevant for free-to-play stuff, right? And then now we, what do we do now? We bench Tian. We bench Tian for Nemesis. We try even more Copium. Like, we don't even use Tian matrices now, right? Let's see how this goes. We do Nemesis matrices. So, like, just imagine a world where we completely skip Tian. Or actually, no, let's not use Nemesis matrices. We put Tian here, just for fair comparison, because we know Nemesis matrices kind of bad. This is definitely not like a free-to-play test, but this is like a comparison test between all the different comps, right? If you're free-to-play, you don't have all these matrices, you'll do way less damage, but like it's a comparison. It's a side-by-side comparison. We're not gonna test standard, because it doesn't make sense from what we're doing here. Because we're using whale matrices, right? But it's a side-by-side comparison, like if you want to... Like, ignore the damage numbers, right? This is... You look at this for... Like, you choose which comp you want to build and, like, the difference between each of them. I mean, we can start with the Crow. I think that's better. Because we want to do double Nemesis. We can start like this. This is kind of cope. This is actually kind of cope now. This is actually very cope. Without Tian, you lose a lot of your damage. Damn, that's a lot less. We try Lin now. So you want to put this on this is fine. Lin over here and then Tian matrices. Alright, final test. We try the Tian instead of, Crow instead of Tian. We do Fenrir trait, yes, Fenrir trait. $80 something? Yeah, the Kron skill has this 45-second cooldown is just it's a great buff, but you have a 25-second downtime. It's Tian obviously better, but this is workable. I did almost 90 mil. Worse than Claudia. Claudia's in standard already. Might as well full send Claudia. Samir time, or let's not go into Samir. There's no point. I'm not even gonna bother Samir. What the hell are you doing with Samir and Fenrir? They don't even work together. They're both on stage DPS. At least like Crow gives you damage boost. Samir just wastes active DPS time. This is the global balancing in a nutshell. Every fucking thing works. Alright, let's go back to Tian. Right, we do our final test. Final copium test. Let's see, let's test the synergy between these weapons. It's time for some copium. A real vault weapon now. Alright chat, this is the moment you've been waiting for. We do some cheating. It's EM Blade, you gotta let it slide. Alright, full stack, let's go. Let's see how much actual damage this does. We do full build but with the EM Blade. Alright. Already better than certain builds, okay? 91? 92. Oh shit. Alright, so I'm telling you, global is very copium, man. Very copium. Even the EM blade works, guys. Level 10 EM blade. That's just all Tian damage, exactly. This is why Tian and the synergy right here is so great. Because EM blade, every time you do an EM blade skill, you get a Tian passive stack, right? EM blade actually useful if you have Tian. This works. This actually works. Yep, level 10 by the way. This is 100 mil potential, okay guys? 100 mil. Bruh, this is with 1-star Fenrir, alright? This is with this type of stat. 14.7, 23k vault. EM blade still has potential to grow. 0-star, level 10 EM blade, alright? Imagine 6-star, level 170 EM blade, guys, right? Surely we can give EM blade stars. Alright, let's talk about the 3-star. Right, 3-star. While Song World is active, for every 45% of max HP lost, or when using the 1-star skill, the extra skill you do, right, you trigger a Song World Quake, which deals 650% attack to targets inside the zone, right? With the reset, that means you can do 2 Aural Fevers, so this times 2 basically. Every time you lose HP, you gain 1 escape death, 99%, right, for 45 seconds. Up to 1 stack. I don't know why it talks about stacks. It's only 1 stack. It used to be 2 stacks on CN test server. They just never removed the text here. So with Tian, because you lose HP because of Tian, alright, you will be able to trigger your max HP lost passive so you can survive more, right? You can escape death more. So, I mean, there's some sort of synergy here. But yeah, 3 stars is quite a bit more damage, honestly. Let's get to 3. Alright. We activate this. Do we do the same EM blade parse? Fuck it. We use EM blade as a benchmark now. How much did we do previously? 90? 92? It should go above 100. A 103? 102? Something like that? Over 100 mil with EM Blade now. What does EM Blade even do? Trigger Tian passive with the skill. Because it's a very short cooldown. Alright, let's do actual meta stuff. Let me put Fenrir here. We change trait to Fenrir. Alright. Vault rotation, let's go. Probably just 1 stack skill here, right? Maybe we can try 2? That's 2 discharges. We have enough to reset. That's fine. Alright. Let's go. Whoops, bad rotation. Did too many dash attacks there. Normally I would be able to finish this, so about 125 with a pop, 130-ish. It's about 125. I wasted like a few seconds there, not rotating. Alright, we do this test. This should be on par, honestly. I don't see any difference. Alright, let's go. It's honestly about the same. Jesus Christ. This copium shit, the rainbow actually is on par. It's kind of wild. Alright, we go to 5-star now. Alright, we go into whale territory. This dot thing kind of matters, and then the HP scaling here. Alright, so Fenrir 5 stars, right? Increased damage multiplier musical notes to 40%. It was 20. So the detonation is more important now. Right? And then the dot caused by intoxication is 1.5% of max HP. Normally it's 1%, so there's 0.5% more, right? So this will synergize with Tian HP scaling a bit more than the frost than the rainbow build, right? Because there's no max HP scaling here. And then when Song World is active, this thing trigger automatically for 12 seconds while in combat. Like if it doesn't trigger, this thing doesn't really matter. You're spamming this shit anyways, right? So we go to 5. Let's go to 5 stars. Right, let's try this. We're on Saki. Let's says Rainbow Comp first. The reset doesn't really matter, honestly. As expected, this is not much of a gain. I did about 140. Previously it was like 125 to 140? 135? It's not much of a gain over on Rainbow. Right? 5-star is not huge, but it should be a bigger gain for Tian. Rainbow doesn't have Titan yet, the Titan doesn't matter. You're not doing any damage with Saki. The whole point is spamming your vault damage on Fenrir. Saki is just a reset bot. But yeah, if you have frost damage on your gear, you will do a slight bit more damage. It's negligible. Yeah, this is vault comp. It's just called Rainbow because you have 3 different elements. Alright, we do this now. $145 if I Tian discharge a bit earlier. 145, 150 if I did better rotations, better dodge attacks. This is slightly better than Rainbow. Now, because of the HP scaling, it's understandable. Right, it's about 5 stars when 5-star whale comp shit when the actual vault comp does a bit better. Right, Rainbow starts to fall behind after the 5-star. Now we go go to 6-star. So Fenrir 6-star, you increase crit rate by 18% while using Fenrir, right? 18% crit. It lasts 5 seconds when you swap. Kind of important, not really, right? When you swap to Tian, do a discharge, and then to do some skills, switch back, you do get a bit more crit. But this 18% crit, the biggest benefactor from this, because like global crit rate is copium, right? You're not max crit. But if you get this 18, the 4-piece Fenrir matrices will be way more useful because you have 4-piece Fenrir. This means your crit damage is in effect in like a lot more because of that 18%, right? So this 6-star will be pretty much a big increase for this build because of the Fenrir matrices. But if you don't use Fenrir matrices, you do like Crow Samir or something, it does help the Crow too. Not as much. I guess it helps Crow at this about the same, right? But like since this account has a 4-piece maxed out Fenrir matrices, this 6-star is gonna be a huge upgrade to damage, right? Let's see. So now this account will have pretty much almost maxed out crit. I'm pretty sure. Let's do a full rotation now. You don't want to cancel Fenrir Discharge. It's about 150. Slightly better damage at A6. How much did I do previously? At 5? Does the crit even matter here? Like 8 mil more? Kick weight. Right, so our crit rate is 90 something percent. That's actually not a big gain. But yeah, C6 is still pretty copium. Like if you're less of a whale and your crit is worse than this, maybe you get a bigger gain with the 18%. We do a final test with Saki. I don't think it's going to be much of big of a difference, honestly. It's honestly, skill issues aside, is about the same, honestly. Rainbow actually kind of works. Popping notes is single target damage, I'm pretty sure. But like, you stack notes on everybody, right? The attacks are AoE. But yeah, this is very brain dead spam button skill. And then like Saki, 1-star, you'll probably, if I had 1-star Saki, you would see about the same damage. Like you would probably do exactly the same damage with a 1-star Saki. That's pretty broken. So quick recap. Ignore skills. Ignore the basic attacks. The only thing that really matters is trailing note while in Bygone. And you have like, when you're in Boundless Realm, and you have a stalker that doesn't let you dash, then you do this to pop notes. Besides this, everything else is just bullshit. Don't even bother. And then read this. This is important. Your dash attack is your main DPS when you don't have skills, and then every time you dodge you will also put a musical note, so that's why you spam dodge attacks. That's about it. Spam skills and the A1. Discharge also places 3 notes, so don't jump cancel your discharge. Apparently the shatter is kind of broken. Did they like add an extra 0 to the shatter ratios? I mean, perfect, we have lizard. But isn't global lizards nerfed? Alright. I mean, this is instant shatter. It's already instant shatter. It doesn't really matter, right? The aerial doesn't shatter as fast. It doesn't really matter. Alright, the shatter just goes burr. You don't even need Saki. What's Saki? The only problem with vaults with this comp is there's barely any grouping. Without grouping, you just gotta get better RNG, better positioning, because the AoE is huge. It doesn't matter, right? As long as you position your character in a way that you hit everybody, it doesn't matter, right? The AoE range is so big, you hit shit from your back behind you anyways. Rainbow is very fun to play, but like you're spamming one. Is Fenrir a must pull? I mean, for Vault, yes. So far, we'll find out when Rubilia drops. Pull your Fenrir, alright? Pull to A1, at least. And then if you're a Frost main, you can still go Fenrir. If you're a Frost main, you go Fenrir, and then you now have a Vault comp. It'll make your like Vault sequential do a shit ton more damage, right? And that's it.